Welcome back to Break the Limit. I am Paul Christolam. I want to remind you to subscribe to our channel and turn on your notification bell so that you can be notified when we post new videos. Today, we are going to start a new series on self-esteem or self-respect, titled The Commandments of Self-Respect. I will start with a quote from Charles Darwin book on the origin of species. I quote, "While the law of competition may be sometimes hard for the individual, it is best for the race because it ensures the survival of the fittest in every department." End of quote. Some has taken this quote or theory to an absurd extreme, where they beat down others with no regard for their fundamental human right. As a result, many of the victims are living a subdued life with bruised self-ego, hurt, angry, feeling of betrayal, used and abused. It happened in many cases due to a lack of self-respect on the part of the victim, or trust or point where a person turned off their brain. They may know or knew, but let it happen anyway because of the lack of self-respect or low self-esteem. What do you do when you know your fundamental human right has been repeatedly violated? You take action. In this video, I will give you some suggestions I believe will help you. Number one, put God first and love yourself. You don't need anyone's approval to do that. It's simply put God first and you put you first. I believe that faith in God gives us a solid foundation to build upon. I do believe that we can find our self-worth in the Creator's love. In Jeremiah 29 verse 11, "I know the thought I think towards you," says God, "a thought of peace and not of evil, to give you a hope and a future." In Matthew 22 verse 39, "Love others as well as you love yourself." Loving oneself may come natural to many, but for some, that's not the case. They are victims of their own self-hate. They give excuses why they need other people endorsement to love themselves. "Oh, I am too slim, I'm too fat, my complexion is too dark, I'm too pale, therefore people may not accept me." Friend, accept yourself first. That's the first step, because God accepts you. Stop self-loathing, saying that my nose is too big, I'm too tall and skinny, I did not come from the right family, my background is not as polished as my friend over there. And one of the most hilarious one I've heard recently, a friend of mine called me up. He said, "Pastor, have you heard what a certain person said about you?" And I said, "No." My friend said, "He said that you are short." And I laughed. And I said to him, "I'm definitely not 5 foot, but I'm in love with myself. I love myself." When people call you names and try to belittle you and make you feel less than perfect or say you are basic, the problem is not with you. The problem is with them. They are insecure. The only way to make themselves feel sure or good about themselves is to make you feel bad about yourself. Don't let them determine your mood. Deprive them of the luxury. Self-esteem is not what someone says you are. Self-esteem is what God says about you and how you see yourself in the light of God's confession about you. See yourself in His eyes. In Deuteronomy 32 verse 10, Proverbs chapter 7 verse 2, Psalm 17 verse 8, and Zechariah 2 verse 8. You are the apple of God's eyes. He said you are precious and honored in His sight, and He loves you. Therefore, one of your true name is precious and honorable. Number 2, respect yourself before others can respect you. Don't let anyone talk down on you. You don't deserve it. I have heard and seen cases where men are abusing a woman and the woman blaming herself for the abuse. And I've also seen cases where men are abused by women and men faulting themselves. And they use excuse like this: "He's behaving like that," or "She's behaving like that because I did not give that to him." That's not true, my friend. He does not value you. That's why he talks down on you. No, bro, she does not respect you. That's why she's rude to you. One of the platforms I believe every relationship should operate on is the platform of respect. It starts first with you respecting and value yourself. It's true that the way you sell yourself, that's how others will buy you. Never you compromise your self-worth for any kind of gain. It does not worth it. It does not worth it. The truth of the matter is, he or she does not respect himself. That's why he or she disrespect you. In Luke chapter 12, verse 6 to 7, the Message Bible put it like this: what the price of 2 or 3 pet canaries? Some loose change, right? But God never overlooks a single one. It puts even greater attention to you, down to the last details, even numbering the hair on your head. So don't be intimidated by all this bully talk. You're worth more than 1,000,000 canaries. When someone starts verbally or through text, etc., abusing and talking down on you, tell them, say, look here, my friend. If you value our friendship, you'll mind the way and how you talk to me. I don't deserve your harsh words. I respect you, but if you continue in this manner all the time, I have no choice but to cut you off. I need and I value my peace. If you're experiencing abuse and insult through social media, turn it off. If someone is texting and always call to insult you, block them. It's your phone. If they were verbally aggressive, that's what the police are for. You don't deserve to become a statistic. Personally, I always stay away from rude people. I learned from Hebrews chapter 5 verse 8. Jesus learned and I learned. We will continue next time with this. I want to take this time to especially invite you to worship with us at Omega Fire Ministries at 2209 West Washington Street in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma 74012. God bless you.